lovely Cancerians, this is Debs and this is your reading for March 2025. Cancer, I feel that what I want to say to you is don't do it. Not yet. You may have been sitting on the fence about closing something out. It might be ending a relationship for good. It might be closing down a business. It may pertain to you handing in your notice. Don't do it yet, because what Archangel Michael said to me was there's going to be a breakthrough. You're either going to find a way around an issue, or you're going to realize that if you do close this out, you might look back and regret at a later date. Okay, now guys, use your wisdom. But I'm connecting with a group of Cancerians who literally have been sitting on the fence. I don't know. I don't think this is working. I don't think this is going to be good for me. I don't think this is going to be successful. Hang on in there, even if it's for just another 3 or 4 months. Because Archangel Michael's showing me a merry-go-round. There's going to be a turnaround. There's going to be a turnaround, a breakthrough of some kind. So stick it out for now. Okay, Cancer? All right. Michael wants me to get into this. Sorry, he was showing me a roll of sticky tape, sellotape, scotch tape, right? I always forget what you guys call it in the States, but I know there are people out there from Australia and other parts of the world. But you get my gist, Cancer. Don't close this out yet because you might regret it. Okay. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Cancerians? Thank you. I'm sorry. Michael's showing me a woman stressed out because her washer dryer has packed up. She thinks it's packed up. She's thinking to herself, oh my God, it was over 1,000. I can't afford to replace it. I think I've got cover on it. I can't quite remember. Maybe I should just bin it. Michael's showing me a clock. There's a repair guy that's come around. And he's saying to her, Madam, it was just a loose pipe at the back. You just needed to tighten it and then the machine's working, no problem. And this woman is so relieved. And she's looking at this guy. She's saying to him, oh my God, you've saved me about 1,000. And he's saying, yeah, well, I hear that a lot. This is obviously all symbolism. Don't ditch something because you feel it's just not working. It might take a bit of tweaking. It might be that you have to put a little bit of work in, but then it's going to be fine, Cancer. Okay? Yeah. This woman is ringing her friend and she's saying, you know what, oh my God, I nearly got rid of it. I would have spent £1,000 on a new washer dryer. Thank goodness I didn't. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, yeah. I'm so glad. Okay. Cancer is going to be fine, but you are going to... First of all, what I want to say is stop panicking. Stop panicking. Second of all, look at all the elements of this, all the parts of this situation, all the parts that make up your business, the website, your product, your service, your presentation. Look at every part of this. If this is a relationship, look at maybe the major core issue. There's going to be a way around this, Cancer, okay? Yeah. So, 5 of Cups, you really feel that this is done. You really feel this is done. Okay. 9 of Swords, you may have... What I'm hearing is convinced yourself there's nothing that you can do about this, which is rubbish, to be honest, for the majority of you. In the past, the 6 of Cups. In the past, you were thinking about the past, sat in nostalgia. After that time, Cancer, you moved into the energy of the magician. You tried to manifest something here. What I'm hearing from Archangel Michael is you may have just skimmed the surface. You may have skimmed the surface. I'm seeing somebody skimming a pebble across a lake. You may have skimmed the surface. So you may have, for instance, had a conversation with somebody. They may have said, oh yeah, I'm really sorry for what I did. Or you may have apologized to someone, but you didn't get to the root of the issue. It was a sort of, yeah, okay, let's just see how things go. No, Cancer. You didn't get to the root of the issue, or you didn't have a long enough conversation, or you didn't look at what was really going on underneath the surface. This is the equivalent of you going out into your garden thinking, I don't understand why my plant isn't growing, and realizing there's a massive great weed that's entangled itself around the plant. So you pull out the weed, thinking that's done. You snap off the weed. Okay, that's done. But you might have left a really big root underneath the earth, which is just going to generate again, create another weed. You didn't dig out the root of the issue, which is why, Cancer, you may feel that this is done. What you're thinking about, Cancer, is the moon. Interesting. This is your energy. You may be sat in fear, Cancer. There is nothing you can do. And together with a little bit of negative thinking, and together with the fact that you didn't get to the root of the issue in the past, the core of the issue, you didn't dig out the offending root, you have told yourself there's nothing to be done, which is wrong. In the immediate future, what you're thinking about is the devil. Now, for some of you, you may be thinking of a Capricorn, or you may be feeling, Cancer, as if this is just toxic. You may feel this is too complicated. You may feel also, Cancer, that you're obsessed with the situation. You may feel it will be too difficult to keep the cycle running, or it will be too difficult to stay in this. But if you pick this apart, look at all the elements of this, there will be a way around this. There will be a breakthrough. In your fears, Cancer, the Ten of Pentacles, okay. Fearing, Cancer, if this is a business, you're going to have to inject a lot of cash into it for it to fly. What I want to say is not necessarily. If this is a relationship, Cancer, you may feel that if it's something to do with money, you're going to lose money. But again, I'm hearing from Archangel Michael, there's a way around this. I'm actually seeing months of the year. You may be able to pay someone a certain amount every month. You may also, I'm hearing the word, be able to defer paying for something to free up cash. Okay. In the environment is somebody who is either facing Judgment Day, or they are communicating with you, Cancer, that they want you to make a serious decision. This could be somebody putting pressure on you. It could be your bank manager, right, Cancer? I really don't think, Cancer, this business is bringing in enough revenue. I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to wrap it up to repay the bank loan. Or this is someone saying to you, Cancer, what are you going to do about the situation? This is toxic. Is it a yes or is it a no? Cancer, you may feel so put on the spot that you may be tempted just to turn around and say to this person, well, okay, if it's yes or no, it's no. Hang on, hang on. There is a possibility, Cancer, that if you have the courage, you could say to this person, well, maybe, but let's look at all the elements of this. Rather than doing something really impulsive that we may regret in the future, let's just pick this apart and get real. What is the real issue here? Did we try and sort this issue out in the past, or did we skim over the top of it, right? In your hopes, Page of Wands, hoping, Cancer, that there's going to be some good news, or hoping you're going to be inspired to find a way around this. The outcome, the Star. This is a healing, Cancer, a healing energy. This is also a wish come true. So. This could be you realizing that there might be a few things you could do pertaining to a business, which is going to skyrocket you to fame. It may be. This is you understanding, Cancer, that if you change that, tweak that, rearrange that, this could be highly successful. It may not take a lot of money, or it may not be as time-consuming and as taxing as you think, as you believe. You may need to think outside the box. You may need to be creative. And I don't mean in any way, Cancer, underhand or brushing something under the carpet. No, but you may need to look at things from lots of different angles, okay? Clarification for you, Cancer, 8 of Wands. There may have been a rather awkward conversation with someone pertaining to whatever this is. Somebody may have been angry, or you may have been very cross with someone because they didn't pull their weight or something similar. Yeah, you were either angry with someone because of the past, or Cancer, someone was angry with you. Why didn't you do this? Or why did you do that? You may have felt, okay, that's it, it's done. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, Cancer. Whoever this person is thinking about you, Cancerian energy with a Chariot. I don't think, Cancer, they want this to be done, because this is someone who's still got the taxi running outside their house. It's on meter. It's getting expensive, but they haven't left the house yet, right? They're still hanging around, hoping that you're going to say at the last minute, hang on, I don't think this is done, okay? So whoever is in the environment isn't wanting this to end, but they are sat doing a lot of thinking about this. I almost feel, Cancer, this is someone who feels that you need to sort this out. I don't know whether or not this is something that you know you've done, or whether or not this is someone who feels this is your responsibility, but they're not going anywhere yet. Underneath the deck, we have the High Priestess, beautiful energy. There might have been a secret that came out, Cancer, or you may not have been speaking to someone. Ace of Swords. But either both of you knew a truth, or Cancer, you might have sat using your intuition thinking, this is just not working. If this is something like a business, it's just not working. So guys, let's get into this and see how this unfolds. So Archangel Michael, what is the energy of the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords? Wow, guys. The Hangman. There might be stress about a Pisces, or you could have Pisces in your chart. You may feel, Cancer, you've either been self-sacrificing for long enough, or you may feel somehow stuck and tied in a situation. What else are you considering here? You may not, Cancer, in the nicest sense, have wanted to face the music. You may have been coasting, or you may not have been putting any work into this because you simply felt, well, it's done. There may be a connection here with a Sagittarian. What I want to say, guys, is It's time to stop avoiding dealing with this and look at ways that you can sort this out. This is by no means done. You do have options, Cancer. I think you're just sat maybe in the rubble of a tower thinking, maybe I should just walk away from this. No, the structure of the tower may still be standing. You might still be able to rebuild. If you want this enough, Cancer, King of Cups, if you want this enough, you can rebuild. It's going to take a bit of work. You're going to need to stay optimistic with the Ace of Cups. Whilst, Cancer, I'm hearing you look at the facts. Look at the facts. King of Swords. This is called Architect, this card. Look at the facts, right? Yes, you can rebuild. Yes. It may not be exactly the way it was. It may not be the design that you want. It may not be as attractive as it was before, but it's going to be stronger and it's going to be able to withhold any issues that you may come across in the future. You're going to put a support around this. You're going to build a very strong foundation. You're going to ensure, Cancer, that if anything rocks the boat again, this is not going to crumble to the ground. It is going to take work. You are going to have to be creative. But if this was in any way, Cancer, built on rocky ground, you're going to build stronger this time. You still don't feel that you can do this, but I am hearing, Cancer, there is going to be some kind of breakthrough. Okay, so in the past with the Six of Cups, you were sat in nostalgia and thinking with the energy of the Fool that you might have taken a risk. And with the Five of Swords, I think your fears came to light. I think you realised you did take a bit of a risk and it did cause drama. You may have unwittingly sabotaged a situation yourself without meaning to. What did Cancer do in the past? What was going on in the past? Cancer, you may have felt under a huge amount of pressure. You may have, okay, Archangel Michael is telling me a quick fix solution. You may have thought, okay, well, the quick fix solution to this is this. But later on, what you realized was actually that was stupid because I didn't realize the consequences. I didn't realize it would have caused a massive problem later on. I should have handled this properly in far more detail in the past because the problem was, Cancer, everything just disintegrated. This was not built on stable ground. Or you may have tried to sort of put a plaster over a very deep wound. It just didn't work. The wound became infected. It didn't work. This is the equivalent, Cancer, of you buying a beautiful beach house. And what you're thinking about is, okay, it's a gorgeous house. If I do what I really should do, which is to reinforce the foundation, ensure the cliff face is rock solid, right? Ensure it's weatherproof. It's going to cost a little bit more money. It's going to be complicated. It's going to take time. And to be honest with you, Cancer, you may have thought, I just really can't be bothered. I'm just going to move into this lovely property, enjoy it. Yeah, it's going to be fine. I'm sure it'll withstand the weather. And then there may have been a massive storm, Cancer. And it might be that the house disintegrated. And you're looking back thinking, oh my God, if only I had checked the foundations, if only I created protection for this property, or if only I'd strengthened the foundation back then, this would never have happened. Now I'm sitting in the rubble of the tower thinking, how stupid. I tried to do this quickly. I tried a quick fix, and I shouldn't have done. I didn't want to get into any complications. I didn't want to spend the money, and so this is what I'm left with. Sitting in regret. Now, guys, this could be somebody you're dealing with, okay? If this is a business Cancer, you may have been so excited about the visual presentation of the website that you may not have looked at the actual service or product that you were offering. Is it the right target market? Have I done any marketing or advertising? No, you might have just looked at a really pretty website, you know. And everyone's been in situations where we look back thinking, God, you know, if only I'd seen it before, or I'd spent the time on this it needed before. Yeah. Anyway, the Magician, Cancer, you did your best. You did try to fix the issue. But again, it might be that you didn't spend a lot of time on this, money or energy. You just hoped it would go away. Okay, well, I'm going to do this. I really hope that it's going to be sorted. It wasn't. It was a disaster. And you're now thinking, okay, is it really done? No, you're just sat in fear. What are you nervous about? That maybe with the Knight of Wands, it could all flare up again. It could all burn to the ground again. Somebody's going to be angry, or there's just no way this can be rebuilt. It's going to be okay, Cancer, but rather than sitting there thinking, oh my God, it's done, no, you need to sift through the wreckage. You need to look at what you've got left. You need to think outside the box, and you need to be strong enough to admit that you might have made a mistake in the past, or you may need to sit down with someone and get them to admit what they did. Okay? Yeah, there is heartbreak around this. This was very painful. Okay, Page of Cups, yeah. Cancer, somebody may have simply have said, I'm sorry, and that was it, but didn't do much to rebuild this. Or you may have said to somebody, yeah, sorry, but you know that what you should have done is really looked at this in depth, got to the root of this, and rebuilt, but you didn't. I don't know whether or not it was shock. I don't know whether or not it was you feeling, well, the damage has already been done. But it's as if when this happened, what you thought was, there's no point in trying to hang on to this. Yes, there's every point, Cancer, because this means a lot to you, whatever this is, and this means a lot to somebody else. Or you may have a lot of clients who love what you do. It's worth seeing whether or not you can resurrect this, okay? So, Archangel Michael, when do we have the Devil and Judgment? Well, in the immediate future. We've got Capricorn here, we've got Sag, we've got Cancerian, your energy here. What do we have, please, in terms of timing for Cancer? Thank you, Michael. 23rd of March, okay, he's pointing forward to the beginning of July, okay. Let's have a look at the person in your environment. They're thinking about you, they're thinking about the Four of Swords, they're thinking about Judgment. The Strength card. If this is you worried about a business, Cancer, with the energy of the Strength card, they are there to support you, they're there to help you. They may just have some amazing ideas. Queen of Pentacles, or Cancer, this could be someone who is willing to invest in your company. because they love what you do. Knight of Cups. So let's go with that to begin with. Three of Wands. They're ready to embrace change with you if you're ready to listen to what they have to say. They may have some really good ideas to bring about change to your business, Cancer. Ten of Swords, because they've been through it themselves, so they know what they're talking about, is what I'm hearing. How does this person see you? Six of Wands. The way they see you, Cancer, is you felt you had victory and success in the past by slapping a plaster over a deep wound, but you were only on a bicycle and you were heading into the moon, right? This is you feeling victorious, but they could see that this was not enough, what you did to, I don't know, make a business successful. It wasn't enough. You just thought this was going to work. What are they saying to you? Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. This is someone who is really doing the work. This is someone who is leveling the ground, bringing in fresh soil, arranging the foundation, leaving it to settle, checking the weather conditions, okay, and tending those precious seeds, new seeds. What they're saying to you, Cancer, is this can be sorted. This can be resurrected. You can be successful in this, but you have to put in the work. And you've got to strip it down to its bare bones and really make sure that it's fortified from deep under the earth, right? Okay. Ace of Wands. This is someone who's going to inspire you, Cancer, okay? Now, if this is something to do with a relationship, okay, this could be someone that either knew they hurt you or you hurt them. This could be somebody who's asking you to face Judgment Day, or this could be somebody who knows that they hurt you. The Strength card. Holding back passion, regaining maybe some kind of self-confidence. Queen of Pentacles. Wanting this to go all the way, wanting this to work. The love is still there. Knight of Cups. Three of Wands. Wanting to embrace change with you. Cancer, we can do this. I want us to look at rebuilding this. They're either accepting that they betrayed you, Cancer, or you may have betrayed them. Six of Wands. There was ego between the two of you and a sense of wanting to win. But with a Knight of Pentacles, this is somebody who is wanting to rebuild from scratch. Because the spark is there, the love is still there, and this is someone who wants a second chance. Okay, so Cancer, let's have a look and see what you are going to say to this person. You're thinking of the devil. This is just toxic. I may as well just walk away from this right now, you know. The Queen of Cups. But Cancer, there's been a lot of emotional investment in this. There's been a lot of emotional investment, guys. Yeah. And even though it's going to be daunting, you're going to feel like a ship without an anchor. You've learned a lot of lessons, okay, throughout the whole process. And I think this is you understanding that you could move to calmer waters in the situation. You could. The Wheel of Destiny. Look at that. Cancer, there is going to be a fortunate turn of events. There is. What does that relate to, please? The Hermit. Something, Cancer, that you haven't thought about, that if you take a step back and delve deep, you will come up with the answer. It may be connected to a Virgo. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Look at you two. Wow. And look at what we have here. We have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Now, this is inspiration. The Ace of Pentacles can be uprooting and moving. The Ace of Swords is you knowing the truth. Cancer, if this is you desperately wanting to hold on to this business, it may be the divine is saying to you, are you prepared to move? You may be asked by the divine to consider moving to a less expensive area or moving to a smaller home to release cash. On top of that, Cancer, they may be asking you to look at ways of decreasing your expenses in general, whilst considering ways to rebuild this, tweak this, change this. Maybe in line with a new target market. Are your systems up to date? Are you following the trend? Really look in depth at this. You may be surprised. Together with lowering your expenses, moving to a cheaper area, or maybe even accepting funding from an investor and refreshing your business, you may shock yourself. This might well take off, okay? If this is a relationship, it may be, Cancer, that your person is saying, I'm ready to look at options if you are. I don't want this to be over. Yes, okay, the Chariot is there. The taxi's waiting, but I'm still here, not really wanting to go. You may be talking to this person about a lump sum of money. It might be you as a couple were facing issues financially. You may be saying to this person, okay, well, I need your financial help. If you're a masculine, you might have been trying to support a codependent partner. This is you having an honest conversation with your partner. Well, you know, I didn't want to tell you this, but I've been struggling. I've been under a lot of pressure. You are going to need to get a job. And rather than lose you, Cancer, they may say, okay, yeah, I can look at doing that. It might be, Cancer, if there was an affair situation here. Again, with the Ace of Pentacles, your person may be saying to you, I want you to consider actually moving away from the area. I don't want you anywhere near the potential third party. And Cancer, you may have to seriously consider that. What you're looking at here is you opening up to the possibilities of moving into a new cycle rather than closing down the cycle with a bang and walking away. No. There are elements of this that are still alive. There are elements of this that are still wonderful. The possibilities are still there. You just need to keep a slightly more positive frame of mind. Listen to what other people are saying. Get to the root of the issue and put one foot in front of the other, Cancer, and this is going to work out. Yes, it's not going to be the way it was. You're not going to be sitting there with your partner gazing into each other's eyes anymore. No, you both know what happened, but there's still a lot there that you can enjoy. If this is a business, it may be that you have to completely dismantle a website, start all over again, put it in the hands of professionals. It may be, Cancer, you need to change slightly your product line. It might be you need to find innovative ways to do advertising and marketing, but you can do it. Let's have a look at the energy between you two. Yeah, you see? I mean, you have been looking at the ending of a cycle, but this is a beautiful energy because this is both of you walking through a brand new door. Opening a brand new door. Well, everything's kind of crumbled, so rather than walking away from the rubble, is there anything we can save? If we rebuild this, we can rebuild it stronger, you know? Yeah. Now, Page of Wands, you're hoping for inspiration. The final card, Cancer, is the Star. Hope, healing, a wish come true. There may be a rather emotional conversation for some of you with an Aquarian. The Emperor. Someone's taking charge here, acting with integrity, or you, Cancer, may be putting, say, a business into the hands of someone who really knows what they're doing. What are you discussing here? Yeah, plans to rebuild. Look at that. Plans to rebuild. Beautiful. Schematics. Yes. What are you looking at doing here? Okay, Cancer, you are delving into the depths. Something you didn't really want to do before. Nobody wants to go into that dark cave and pull out things that might have been hidden. No, no, no. But you're doing it. You're taking a deep breath and you're diving in. Okay, let's pull out anything that I didn't really want to look at and let's see what we've got in the sunlight, right? Yeah. King of Pentacles. Let's look at finances. Let's talk to somebody who may be able to give us some counselling. There are options that are going to open up to you, Cancer. There are options. This King of Pentacles may be talking to you about options. Or this is someone who is saying to you, okay, Cancer, if you've been very unhappy, what would it take to make you stay? What would you want me to do, Cancer? This could be a relationship. They want this to work. This could be somebody who doesn't want to let you go. Previously, they may have been very stubborn, very fixed in their ideas. Now you're looking at a changed person. Because what they might be realizing is, Cancer, they have to be flexible. They have to see your perspective. They may have to give in somehow and work with you rather than being defensive. This could be somebody, Cancer, who is helping you realign a business. Could be somebody giving you some really good advice. Could also be a financial advisor. The Hierophant. Now this can be marriage. This can relate to a Taurian. Or with the energy of the Hierophant, Cancer, someone here is saying to make sure this is never going to dissolve again, to make sure you're not just going to be sat there in fear, we need to follow a traditional process, right? We need to make sure the foundation is stable. We need to put up protection barriers around this beautiful house. We need to talk to somebody about insurance. Cancer, you are going really, really deep. It's all symbolic, guys. You know what I mean? You're not skimming over the surface anymore, Cancer, putting a plaster on this. No, no, no. You're digging the root out. You're clearing the patch of earth. You're putting a protective net around this plant. And you're fertilizing the ground, right? You're doing this properly. No sort of snapping the weed off, leaving the roots in the ground and walking away thinking, oh, well, that will do, right? No. You're doing this properly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And it's going to take work, diligence, time, effort. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. Yeah. And Cancer, the Four of Wands. This is you incredibly happy. This is you celebrating the relaunching of your company that you felt you should just walk away from. This is you and your person in a brand new property getting very excited about redecorating, even though it may be very different than the property you lived in before. You're together. You've saved this and you're realizing, Cancer, that you've learned a lot in the process of rebuilding. What's even better, Cancer, you've built at this point very strong foundations, so there are never going to be any issues in the future. Do we have a final card for my lovely Cancerians? Cancer. Yes, you may have had to leave a beautiful place you were living in. You may be living somewhere much smaller because it's cheaper, but it's enabled you to keep your business running, and you may find yourself feeling a lot more creative. This is you, perhaps starting from scratch, but you've got blue skies, you've got a lot of sunshine, and you've got all these lovely flowers that are beginning to blossom. Cancer, this is renewal. So guys, a lovely reading. Do let me know if this is your story. I'd love to hear from you guys. Take care of you, and I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.